We all know that buses move on roads, but when it moves on a photograph, can we call it a photo bus? The man behind this creativity is Vitaly Beckman, a magician and a creative art illusionist. He performed this amazing photo album magic at TEDx show in Vancouver, and everyone, including the show's host Weiss, was shocked. In this video, we will reveal all the secrets and techniques behind this incredible magic. But before we go on, we've noticed that most of our viewers have not subscribed to our channel. Please support us by subscribing to our channel and also like and share our videos. Let's have a review of the magic. Vitaly Beckman hits the stage with his customized photo album and a deck of playing cards. He told the show's host Weiss to shuffle the cards, and he did as he was instructed by the magician. The magician told him to choose a card by telling him to stop by pointing at any card of his choice as he spreads the cards. Weiss picked a card, and the card he chose was given to him by the magician to keep for easy access. The card Weiss selected was the 10 of clubs. The magician said he will unveil the card Weiss selected by showing him the card in his photo album. The magician opened the album to the first photograph, and it was the magician as a kid with a large 3 of hearts. The magician asked Weiss if that was his card. Weiss said no. The magician then flipped to another page of the album and showed a picture of himself as a kid with the ace of spades. The magician showed the picture to Weiss and asked if that was his playing card. Weiss said it was not his card. The magician again opened to the next photo of him with a jack of clubs. Weiss saw the card and gave the same reply, which was no. Everywhere was intense. The audience were patiently waiting to see next moves from the magician because they thought the trick had failed. The magician quickly flipped to the last page of the photo album and showed everyone the picture of a red London bus. The magician told Weiss he is in the car behind the bus with his card. Weiss was surprised because he only saw a picture of a bus, and he was wondering how the magician could have been behind the bus without being visible in the picture. The magician told Weiss to come closer to him and bring his ears closer to the photo album, and something unbelievable happened. A sound was heard from the photo album. It was an ignition starting sound of a bus. Immediately, the bus in the picture started moving from the right side to the left side of the album until the bus parked, probably due to lack of fuel. Amazingly, the magician was seen holding the 10 of clubs that was selected by Weiss, and Weiss confirmed that it was truly the card he had chosen. Everybody was amazed. But how did the magician made the bus to start and move on the photograph? How was he able to predict the card Weiss had chosen? Think no further. Here is the secret. When the magician picked up the cards, he spread it to the face of Weiss, showing him that all the cards were different. At that moment, the magician was carefully looking at the back of the cards so that he can locate the position of the 10 of clubs, because he had already marked the card so that he could force it on Weiss. Many magicians have mysterious ways of doing that anyways. On spreading the cards for Weiss to look through, the magician found the 10 of clubs, and he stopped and spread the cards at the center, so that when Weiss can only pick a card at the center, which will make it very easy for him to manipulate Weiss' choice. When Weiss made his choice by touching a card at the center, where the magician had actually wanted him to choose from, the magician then raised the cards to Weiss' face to showing him the face of the card he had chosen. And at this moment is where the trick relied upon. And with a sleight of hand, the magician quickly switched the card to the 10 of clubs, and that is how 10 of clubs was forced on the show's host Weiss as the card he had chosen. The magician then picked up his photo album, showing Weiss some photographs of himself with some playing cards, and the magician asked Weiss if his card was there in each of the pictures shown, but Weiss' reply was always no, after all 3 attempts. The magician then flipped to the last page of the album, showing a picture of a bus. The magician told Weiss that he was behind the bus with the card he selected. Weiss was surprised because it was only a picture of a bus he saw, and the magician was no way to be seen in the picture. The magician then made the bus to start and move. Weiss was shocked seeing a bus moving on a photograph. Alright, this is how the magician made that possible. The photo album the magician used had some hidden compartments where pictures could be placed without being visible. It also had an audio device embedded in it, which enabled the magician to play the car starting sound. All these features helped the magician in smooth execution of his magic. The picture of the magician with the 10 of clubs was already printed and slotted inside the album as layer 1. The magician also had another picture of the bus alone printed as layer 2. The magician overlaid the picture of the bus on the picture of him with the 10 of clubs in the album. The picture of the bus was a full-size photograph, but only the half of it was made visible. The remaining part of the photograph was folded into a hidden compartment in photo album. The magician told Weiss to put his ears down to the album, and he played a pre-recorded sound of a moving bus by pressing the play button of the audio player inside the photo album, which gave the impression that the bus had started and was about to move. Weiss was surprised on hearing the sound. The magician then placed his finger at the back of the photo album, inserting his finger to the hidden compartment, and he pulled the remaining folded picture of the bus, creating a moving effect, and the picture moved from right to the left of the photo album until the picture of the magician with the 10 of clubs was made visible. If you look closely, as the magician was pulling the picture to create a moving effect of the bus, it was clearly seen as his thumb was moving, indicating that his fingers were doing the pulling job at the back of the photo album. Now you understand how this incredible trick was done by Vitaly Beckman. We will return with more interesting magic reveals, so turn on your notifications and also support us by subscribing to our channel.